Hey, I thought I would make another quick video because I kind of figured out a little bit of a new way of thinking as far as getting out of the tension. Um, Now, I mean, I've gone through this. I mean, when I first got in it, when I was in high school, by doing the neurofeedback wrong, in which I kind of tried to cheat the system because I'm trying to make the brainwaves the instructions were to make the brainwaves go up as fast as I could, and I tried to cheat the system because if you flex your muscles, that will put the brainwaves up and down fast, but it will also show, like, if you do it hard enough, it'll show muscle tension. So what I tried to do was just try to do it as hard as I could without it reading that it was muscle tension. So I was just cheating. He just said focus, so I was just trying to focus hard, like physically. I didn't know what the fuck I was doing. I didn't care. I was just trying to. I thought I don't. But anyways, before you knew it, I actually got myself stuck in this tension. I did it. I dissociated myself. The first thing I said was, "Oh, I used to just see. Now I'm supposed to, see with tension and instead now. And I was living in a whole new world, which I immediately just figured out. This is a world of terror. This is horrible. I want to stop doing this, and I couldn't figure out how to stop doing it. So immediately I was addicted in it. And the biggest problem was I didn't know how to do it. I didn't know what I had done, and I didn't know how to explain it. I went to psychiatrists and everything, telling them, listen, I did this biofeedback. I got stuck inside of this tension, and like people didn't even believe me. It was a fucking nightmare. Anyways, so that was a Mein Kampf there. And it has been forever. But there's a couple years out in Colorado too where I got out of it for 2 years straight. I was totally out of it. I helped to have a girlfriend too. She wasn't all that wacko. She wasn't she was okay looking, but just she wasn't who I wanted to marry. So, anyways. But then I moved down to Florida and some bullshit happened, and then soon enough I got isolated and stuck in tension again. I'm back and forth with the tension all the time, and I'll get out of it for a long time. But man, I've been here for quite a few years, and oh boy, it shouldn't be like this. It shouldn't be like this. But anyways. One of the biggest problems too, in when I get stuck in it, start feeling that stuff, and it's just as hard to get out of it. Even though I know exactly what I'm doing, I know exactly what I'm doing when I'm not doing it versus when I am stuck in it. It's still extraordinarily difficult to switch out of it because it is what it is. It's kind of like chewing on, like if you chewed on your cheek or lip or whatever, and you get that taste or whatever it is, and it's like real addictive, and it's like you can consciously, at least you know how to not chew on your lip. You can consciously not do it. But as soon as you start paying attention or something else, you'll start addictively chewing on it. And that's how the tension is too. Except in my case, especially in the beginnings, really, in my case, I don't exactly know how to not do it. So, okay, but even when you do figure out, okay, this is the right techniques for how to kind of not do it in large part, just like chewing on your lip, you have to keep concentrating on not doing it, just like you originally concentrated on doing it, and then it kind of just took over and you got stuck in it because your brain thought you wanted to stay stuck in that head tension for God knows what fucking reason. Brain doesn't care. He's like, oh, it seems like he wants to do this. I guess I'll just stay stuck in it then. So you have to consciously do the opposite. You have to consciously break out of it. Keep that consciousness out of it until finally you'll automatically stay out of it. Just like you would have to consciously, for a long time, consciously stop chewing your lip before finally, even when you stop paying attention, you won't just automatically start chewing it again. Okay? So it's that same type of concept, except it's much, much more difficult. Oh my God, it's a nightmare what happened to me. And it's so bullshit it could happen to anybody if they would have done it the way I did it. Well, as young as I did, not knowing what I'm doing, But anyways, my point is, here's the big point, is that I deal with all kinds of techniques. Like, oh, you gotta Tai Chi out of it. Tai Chi out of it. Get the tension out, separate the tension, feel the Tai Chi, and then start trying to think of things to do. Try to think complex thoughts or something. All these different techniques, just like, because I'm just like in a ball of tension. My whole body, including my face, my eyes, everything's all tensed, like I don't know how to stop doing it, when that shit happens. I'll be the damn neurofeedback. Not a day in my life I wish I couldn't turn back time and just not do that. It's not one thing I would turn back time for. But number one, and then I was like, oh no, here, if you gotta go with one technique, starting technique, just body control. Just try to control your body, try to play basketball, just concentrate on trying to control the body, just forget it all, focus on control. Okay, kind of not really. I'm just gonna say, okay, the Tai Chi thing is a little bit like this, in that is the number one concept. Not so much, and it's a little bit like that in the body awareness technique too, but like this is the just touching, just actually physically touching things, thinking about how it feels, but closing your eyes and actually like as if you really want, like when you're a kid and they gave you did this box things where you had to feel it and try to figure out what it was. Okay, just actually try to really put your thoughts into what you're feeling and actually physically feel stuff. Just start feeling stuff, and especially stuff that's out in the center of your gut, even, because that seems to drive kind of the gut feeling. If you can drive that gut feeling right away, you're in good business. And then so I'm just saying the number one technique, the one to, because what really gets me stuck in it and keeps me stuck in the tension is where I'm just going at multi techniques at once, and then I end up I'm not doing really any of them, and then I just fucking just continue to zombie out in the tension and just say fuck it, maybe another day I'll figure it out. Maybe in my sleep, maybe I'll wake up without being tense. I basically give up. But no, just don't give up, and you have to focus on it. So you have to turn off the TV for a while, and you have to actually concentrate on touching stuff and feeling stuff. If you have the greatest thing would be another human to be able to touch and feel. Ask for a free massage or something. If you have that would be fantastic. The oxytocin is fantastic. But I don't. All because of biofeedback. That's the only reason. Most people, when they get older, there's like a reason. They're probably wacko or something. I'm the only genius out there that's ever been single. And it's all because of this bizarre reason that throughout high school and college, I was dealing with this, so I didn't even go out. And now I don't go out anyways. But anyways, that's a tangent, and I don't have time for the tangents right now. But my point is, the number one technique is not only to kind of think about how everything feels. Okay, 9:35 I explained. Think about how everything feels. This is just the number one step, just to go with that. Okay? Think about how everything feels, but also even feel it. And think about how it's feeling. And try to do the stuff that's more from the gut. And I'll tell you, so if you're ever stuck in tension and you need to go out and play sports and you don't know what to do, you're thinking of all different techniques to get out of it, just go with that one. You don't have time, just go with that one only, okay? And then try to play the sports, because you'll be able to play sports right away just off going with that one technique. And also, you will also be able to start reading a book. So do this technique and then start reading the book. Do this technique and then start socializing, or while you're socializing, think about how they feel and everything, and it'll be animal magnetism will be focused, zoned in on the person. If you're thinking about how they feel, you know what I mean? It'll be a strong animal magnetism right there, and that's the number one technique. Okay, so and by number one, I'll just say, just do that, make that your only technique, and then go out and do the socialization stuff and everything else, because it's so complex that you can't really explain it as far as how to get out of it. The only way to get out of it is by doing that along, you figure it out through the socialization, you know what I mean? So that's what you do. The touch, feel, think about how it feels, and actually feel it.